houseplant friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I am going to be repotting some of my variegated Hoya carnosa compactas. We're going to be repotting my Hoya monaloa as well as a couple of my Hoya carnosa compacta variegatas. I have decided two of these plants need a bigger pot and I don't have any extra pots, so we have to kind of get creative with how we're going to be keeping our plant. I have this pretty big pot here that has a couple plugs in it. These are Hoya australis lisa plugs, and you know, they're still like relatively new plugs right here. As you can see, like they kind of come out a little bit. So I'm actually going to take these out. I'm going to pot these up in a smaller pot. I'm going to combine two of my Hoya carnosa compacta variegata plants, and then I'm also going to repot my Hoya monaloa into a slightly bigger pot. That's what we're doing. Let's get into it. Like and subscribe, share my content to your friends, join the YouTube channel membership. It's only $5. If you have a hard time making plant friends, highly recommend joining the YouTube channel memberships. I got my potting mat here. I was watching my friend Fern's videos. She has such a cute freaking potting mat. If you guys know where to get like really cute potting mats, hit me up. Mine's just white, but I did get mine for free. A gal made it for me, so I love it, but I want a cute one. Here we have my oldest Hoya carnosa compacta. I have grown this lad out from literally nothing. It was nothing, and now it's so long. As you guys know, I actually do have another Hoya carnosa compacta. Here she is in all her glory. She is very, very large. I've had this one for almost a year now, maybe. I've had this one for about 7 or 8 months. I've grown each strand to be probably 2 to 2.5 inches longer than it was when I got it. So it's not like I haven't done nothing. I certainly can't take credit for how big it is. I got it when it was already, you know, decently big. And I repotted it recently into this pot because I was like, you know what? Like, I just feel like it needs some more space. And we did this not too long ago. The strands do go other directions. It can be like a full pot on all directions. It doesn't look so dumb on the top, but I have it kind of growing in one direction because I like that look. I think it looks so good. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make another one of those today, and then we're gonna repot the Hoya monaloa because she is struggling. Hi, how are you? I hope you're well today. Did you take your meds? I hope you took your meds. Have you had any water today? Shoot, I don't even think I've had water. I've just had an iced coffee. We are gonna pot this Hoya carnosa compacta up with this Hoya carnosa compacta to be one super compacta. We have on this plant 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11 different vines. They're all very small. I kind of crammed them in here over a year ago. Well, shoot, was it? No, not quite. Because I did this at our last house and we haven't been in this house for that long yet. Here's our little man. I guess that's kind of like annoying light. What we're going to be doing is we are going to be unpotting this one and this one, and then we're gonna put it into this. I also have some next gardener soil here. Also, Chris is mowing the lawn. I'm sorry in advance. But I have this soil here I'm gonna use. I used it on some of my other Hoyas and they liked it a lot, so. I think let's go ahead and make space for them first. We have these couple of plugs. You can see there's not a whole lot going on, so we'll just set these guys aside. They were literally just placed in here as plugs, and then I repotted them up into the same pot. They've gotten a lot bigger since like I did that. They're still like little baby plugs, so they'll still be fine. This soil though is really good. It's brand new soil. I actually just like potted that up there like maybe a month ago. I'm gonna keep using this soil. We might have to dump some of it out. We're gonna put those in a smaller pot, but let's go ahead and take out this guy first. He's been in here for a really long time. I'm not totally sure how we're gonna get him out. I'm scared that there's like a spider in here. Oh my gosh, like it is so root bound. I should have done this so long ago. Okay, I think I got it. All right, so here's our root ball. This whole thing is like so root bound. It's basically one big plug. Like it took up that almost entire space in there. I'm gonna go ahead and dump some of this out, just a bit. We're gonna put him right in there, just as he is. Probably take some more out of there. Okay. I just don't really want to mess with this guy's roots that much. I know a lot of people when they repot, they like to like break up the root ball, but why would you break up the roots of something that's like actively growing? We'll put for now these dudes, actually, no, we're gonna put the Mauna Loa in there. This is messy, just deal with it. This guy's coming out next. Please don't be a spider in here. Here is our other plant. There's a lot of guys in there. So we're gonna make sure that each and every one of them kind of have their own space. It's so dusty. All right, I feel good about that. I think that looks pretty good. Now I'm gonna go over to this and we're just gonna like fill in all the little soil spots. This dirt is like super airy and I just wanna make sure I am getting my use out of it because it is really good dirt. All right, I don't know, I think that looks pretty good. We got a lot of beautiful color going on there. We're gonna get this watered with liquid dirt, like ASAP, but it's nice and airy in there. And then once we water it, we can see like if we need to add any more. But we got like this one long strand right here. So I'll show you a better view of him in a second, but I think that looks really good. Now we need to investigate the Mauna Loa because it is doing really poorly. Like it is really going downhill. I anticipate probably his root rot. That's just like so compacted. Yeah, it's just too much. Let's look at our situation here. Yeah, looks like he's got a little root rot. This piece right here, I think like reverted because I don't see that much like color in it. Yeah, he looks sad, you guys. He looks sad. Should be better after today. Put him in a much more airy mix. It doesn't smell bad, and a lot of the roots do still have integrity, but it definitely was suffering from root rot. So. This stem right here is like putting in new roots. That is good. There's lots of like new roots happening. But it doesn't smell bad. That's a really good sign. If it smells bad, that's when you're like, ooh, that's not good. Yeah, I mean, I'm pulling really hard on some of these roots and they're not wanting to pop off. So this one looks healthy. It just looks like it reverted. Just clear off all of this kind of like clay part right here. And this one looks like a mess. I am going to be, I think, putting the Mauna Loa. Should I just put it in this one? I have the super light mix here. This is not sponsored. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that up a lot. As you guys can see, it's super light and airy. We'll go ahead and tuck these guys in here. I'm gonna plant them in here and I'm going to very lightly water this. I don't want it to get wet because these roots need to dry out. We're going to just like very, very lightly water it with liquid dirt to encourage new growth. I know that looks silly, but then when you just like move everything around, it'll all settle. That. All right. Okay, I feel a lot better about him now. Some super airy soil. Whenever your plants look really pruny and then like you water it, but it's still not like doing good, that's usually a pretty big sign of root rot. Nice, okay, so there he is. Now what we'll do is the Mauna Loa, put in a little bit right there, and we're gonna tuck our guys in. These strings out. Cool, and he's like pretty tightly packed in there, which means that he is going to get root bound a lot faster than usual and hopefully give us like a ton of growth pretty fast. Cool. Nice. So now we have our Australis Lisa, who for some reason is hanging crooked. Why? Oh, that's why. There we go. Cool. Nice. I think that looks great. It looks way better than it did in that other pot, that's for sure. Now, the only other thing we actually have to do is I need to top off a couple of my plants with some more soil. So I'm just gonna bring them over here really fast. They're sitting right off to the side. These Sansevierias and Monstera have gotten knocked over a few times in the past. And because of that, they've like lost a lot of their soil. Actually, I think it's just that one, and this one we need to rearrange in its pot so it sits better. So I'm just gonna give this guy, oh, see, there it goes, and there it goes. They're just falling over all the time. This guy, a lot more soil. Cool, he will have no problem staying up now, and this thing literally falls over every single day, so we're just gonna take it out and figure out what it needs. Honestly, what it needs is a bigger pot or a pole to climb, because it is just always falling over. I don't have any bigger pots, and I don't want to go buy something bigger. Maybe I could use, it's just heavier, but I think that's, well, it wouldn't tip over anymore. I'd have to climb up something. And I would need to get a new pot semi-soon. But at least like the whole pot wouldn't be tipping over anytime soon. All right, I'm gonna give this something to climb, and I think I'm gonna use like a zip tie to keep most of the leaves upright because it just like falls all the time. Okay, so here's the plants I repotted. I repotted this Hoya australis Lisa. Let me actually turn around. I repotted this Hoya australis Lisa. I think it actually looks way better in this pot now. It doesn't look like it's drowning, and it's not like there's no pot walls that are gonna block this plant from getting good light. So I think that that's a really good upgrade. I potted this entire Hoya carnosa compacta together. This strand right here does have 2 peduncles, and I think it's actually working on a 3rd. So I wanted to be super careful when I was repotting this because I don't want to lose those peduncles because this thing flowers for me all the time. It actually decides to flower for me every time I go out of town, which sucks because like I want to be here, you know, for that. Yeah, I think it looks really good. This is something I would purchase myself, so I'm just excited that I got to like give it new life. You guys, repotting your plants gives all your plants like a new life, a new feeling, sometimes a new place in your collection. So it's just nice when you can make something that you're really happy with, because I think that looks so much better than it was in the 2 separate pots. I repotted my Hoya Mauna Loa. I think it looks less compacted in this pot, and I'm gonna just lightly spritz it with that liquider mix that I made the other day. It's gonna help encourage root growth, as well as kind of give it some like some stuff to fall back on, you know, because or some increased vigor for growing. So hopefully we will see a comeback on this, and I will keep you updated. We also topped off my Monstera. It was in a pot that was too small. I still need to find a pole. I don't have another pole for this, so I'm gonna have to figure something out so it doesn't just like do that. But I think for right now, I'll probably prop it up on the side of my IKEA greenhouse cabinet to kind of give it some extra support. But now we won't have to worry about the soil spilling out all the time, so this is definitely good. And then finally, we have my Sansevieria, which we just topped off with some more soil because it kept falling over all the time. So now it won't. I am gonna get to watering these. I do water with my fertilizer liquider, so if you want to try out liquider, you're welcome to click the link in the description, and you can use code PLANTME_25 to get 25% off your entire purchase. Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's everything. How freaking cute is that? Are you kidding? That looks so good. And now I have 2 of them. Oh my God, I love it. Thanks so much for repotting some plants with me today. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for relaxing with me. I hope that you have a good day. I hope you remember to drink your water. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Join the YouTube channel memberships if you have a hard time making plant friends. I highly recommend. We actually have had a recent burst in new members. So if you're one of these people, welcome. Thank you for joining us here in the Discord server. It is so good to have you. Membership costs less than your coffee. It's only $5 for an entire month, and you get access to an online community of over 185 members. So come hang out with us. It's a really good time. We hang out and chat every single day. Come vibe with us. But other than that, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next houseplant section. Goodbye. That looks so good though. Like, you can't even deny it. That looks awesome. If you saw that in a shop, you'd buy it. That's all I'm saying. Bye.
Thank you so much to All the Green Places, Kim Klanowski, and Botanicas for the extra and continued channel support.